like, really, if I'm being honest with you, it just became a season in my life where I knew I had to take a step back. I knew I had to restructure some things, or I was about to be out here embarrassing myself and embarrassing God. Two things of which I cannot afford to do. So, yes, giving myself 90 days to completely restructure. And the very first thing that I am going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have a strategy in place. Now, this is something that I have already done. I literally had to sit down and say, okay, God, when it comes to the business, what is the strategy? Asking myself some very detailed questions, asking myself some very clear, clarifying questions about what is it that I'm trying to do? Who is it that I'm trying to serve? Let me tell you something. If you are feeling stuck as a Christian female entrepreneur on this journey, you've given God your yes, and you like, I don't even know what's going on. Gain clarity. Get yourself a strategy and include God. I share this on like almost every video that I create because I'm trying to be real with you. It is going to be so very beneficial. Let me tell you something. Another thing that I need, I'm just being real. I am 34 years old. The next thing that I had to make sure that I was absolutely doing in this season so that I can get myself into alignment and finally become the woman that I promised God I was going to be, I had to take care of my physical body. Getting the right amount of sleep, drinking enough water, eating a great, healthy, rich, whole, nutritious meal. These things are important. Getting exercise, being active, breathing fresh air. Let me tell you something. You are going to have to, want to, and need to do all of these things if you want to thrive. We really shouldn't be tired in the middle of the day. Our systems can manage 24 hours if we are managing our systems well. You get what I'm saying? And so I really realized that, okay, the reason why I keep feeling stuck, the reason why I keep feeling overwhelmed, the reason why I don't feel like it and I don't want to and I don't want to go and it's all irritating and all of the things that we tell ourselves is because I'm being very honest, my physical body was not in great shape. Now, I am not saying that I'm going to get myself to the point where I can run a marathon and I could be out here one of the top disciplined athletes in the world. Like, I'm not trying to enter performance training and bodybuilding competitions, but I am saying, God, if this is the race that I have said yes to, I'm going to make sure that I have the energy and the flow that you are requiring of me. I want to take care of this one vessel that you have gifted me with. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to be complaining. I don't want accommodations to the ministry that you haven't even yet been able to birth through me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be energetic and I wanted to be lively and I wanted to have this passion in my business, and I realized I didn't have those things within me. So how truly could I produce them? That's what really caused me to take a deep breath and get my life into alignment. Work on me, mind, body, and soul. I have shared with you all several times the 5 core areas of our lives: working on our relationships, working on our spiritual health, working on our physical wellness, working on our businesses, and working on ourselves, developing ourselves. Like, all of that. Identify an area in your life where it's like, that's been off. I guarantee you, if you work on fixing that area, you may just find solutions that you didn't know you were going to run into. Don't give up on yourself. I literally kept telling myself, I refuse to lose. I refuse to lose. I refuse to lose. I kept repeating that over and over and over again because I was like, ain't no way in the world I'm about to have this God-given vision. Ain't no way in the world I'm about to have access to this much truth in his word and be living in chaos and be so overwhelmed and so defeated at the end of the day. I can't do this. So I had to take a hard pause in my life and I had to literally sit down, partner with my CEO, partner with my creator, partner with God, and say, what is it? Get me into alignment. The things that you've placed on my heart, the mission behind Phenomenal 31, it's so much big. bigger and greater than I ever thought it would be. You've already blown my mind with just the blueprint. I now have to do a work on me. If I'm going to truly become the woman that I promised God that I would be, then I should have been willing to give him 90 days to get my life in alignment. And that's what I did. Getting closer with him, partnering with his strategy, working on my physical body. But let me tell you something else that has been such a game changer for me in this season as I work on getting myself into alignment. And I think that I'm going to do some greater research, but I truly believe that this may be an area of untapped potential that we we are leaving a lot on the table, and it's kind of scary. Let me tell you something. Learn how to be a great steward of your resources and your relationships. This is so major. Learn how to be a great steward for your resources and your relationships. Know what you have access to. Know what you have access to, who you have access to. Be aware of what it is in your hand. I learned this years ago when I studied the book of Exodus and I read about Moses, and he came up with every excuse as to why he should not have been called and why he couldn't do the things that God was calling him to do as it relates to going to Pharaoh and letting the children go. And God literally said, "What is that in your hand? You don't even know what that rod can do." Being more practical, we are out here paying for software systems, monthly fees and annual fees, and we don't even know how to fully operate the software. We don't even understand the access to the resources that we had. Right? You're so trying to be out here seen by all these people. Recognize the relationships that have been sitting in front of you all this time. Be able to steward your resources and your relationships well, baby. You understand how to do that, and you will be out here winning in life. I had to get to a point where I said, take a strong, hard stop. Take a pause, Cassidy. What is it that we're doing? What is it that you need? What is it that God is asking you to do? All right, let's get into alignment with that. Right? And so much, it took so much awareness, it took so much strategizing, it took so much planning, but I am so grateful for all of the results that I'm truly being able to see within my business. I'm truly being able to see results within my personal life that I'm super excited. And I am going to definitely invite each and every one of you on this journey. I'm going to invite you to get your life into alignment as well. I'm also just going to be the example first. We got assignments on our lives. We have things to do. We have community that we get to be a part of. We have access to resources and learning that you get to have right in front of you. Don't shy away from these things. Don't count yourself out. I'm telling you, take a pause. Take 90 days. Take 12 weeks. Take a quarter and get into alignment.